So in our last session we understood about package and also the transport request. So in today's class we will start a new chapter. Okay, so before data dictionary, let's understand about these three topics and then we will come back to data dictionary. Okay, till here we will understand and then we will go back to data dictionary because data types are very much important to understand data dictionary. Okay, so let's start. First of all, let's understand how do we create and program. Okay, how to create the program. So let's say here how to create program, right? That's what important now. So first you have to go to SE38, you have to log into system and I select this and log on. So once you log into the system, just type /n and the transaction code is SE38. It's ABAP editor. Okay, so this is the screen that you will see, and here in the program field you have to enter the program name. Okay, so let's say you know that anything that we create in SAP, it should either start with Z or Y because of the customer namespace, right? We should create the programs in Z or Y if you're not working in SAP labs. So if you're working in customer system, then you have to create using Z or Y. So I'll use Z. Let's say Z ABAP underscore basic underscore program underscore B20. Okay, so let's create program with this name. You can create with any name, you just have to start with Z or Y. Okay, that's all. Even if you put your name here, it still works. Okay, but I'll use this name as a program name. After that, click on the create button. In the pop-up screen, you have to enter the title of the program. Okay, let's say ABAP basic programming batch 20. Okay, so then you have to select type here and select as an executable program. Status you have to select, right? So whether the program is a SAP standard program. Let's say you're working in SAP labs and then you're creating a program that will be provided as an upgrade or delivered as a standard SAP program. In that case you have to select standard SAP program. So customer production program, that means you're working in a customer system and then the program will be moved to the production environment after the development and testing is done. So in that case you have to select customer production program. So system programs are like, again, these programs created by SAP, like some of the programs that system will use for itself. Okay, so like basis program, some of them. So in that case you have to select system, and then test program is like you're developing a program and then you don't want to move it to quality or production, you just want to keep in the development server itself. In that case you can select it as test. Unclassified means you have not decided what kind of program you are creating. Okay, what is the status of the program. So I'll just go with the test program because I'm not going to move it to quality or production environment. So I'll just keep it as a status, as a test program. And then here you have to provide authorization group. So what is authorization group now? Okay, so what is authorization group? We should provide access to run program, okay, to only or else let's say program can be program can only be executed by certain users, okay, only by a few users, or some users can execute the program. Not everybody will have authorization, only the people who has access to it or authorization to execute the program, only those people should execute. Other people should not have access to this. Okay, let's say for an example, I just want to picturize it for you. Just a minute. So let's say for example there are 4 teams. Okay, oh, it's, I don't know why it's hanging. Just a minute. Okay, so let's say you have different teams, maybe in different teams different people are working. Let's say here maybe the people who are related to SD, okay, SD team, right?
Your voice is not audible.
Everybody facing same issue? No?
No, it's good.
I think you have problem. So let's say for example there is a team who are working under SD, sales and distribution. Then there is an other team who is working for material management, procuring the raw materials, right? So maybe some other team, production planning, who manufactures any product, right? And then one more team maybe who does invoicing, billing the customer or paying the vendor. There are different teams are available. Okay, and there is a program created for sales order, okay, to upload sales order or to create sales order. There is a program. So do you want to allow other team FICO consultants or FICO end users, accountants, to execute the sales order program which creates the sale order?
No.
No. Why? Because they may not have knowledge, right, what that program will do. If they execute, there is a chance something might go wrong, right? So you don't want to allow users to execute the program since they are not aware the functionality of that program, or they are not allowed to execute because they don't belong to that team, right? Do you agree, all of you? So this is what authorization group, okay, who should be able to execute the program and then who should not be able to execute it. Okay, so you can control the program execution by providing authorization group. Are we clear? Hello, you can see there might be so many authorization group exist in the system. Okay, so it is created, these authorization groups are created by security consultants. Okay, there is a separate model for that, or basis consultants will do. Once they create, they can give you the authorization group and then you can provide that authorization group here. Okay, so next is here you can select this application belongs to which module, like asset accounting, basis, cost accounting, hospital, human resource, right, plant maintenance, which model you are creating this program for. You can select that under application. So I'm just going to select it as unknown because there is a test program that I'm creating. So these two are not much important because this is for ABAP HR. There is another module called ABAP HR, so we don't use in ABAP. This is like logical databases. Okay, logical databases will provide the data, bring the data and provide the data in application layer. So that's when these two are used, but not important for us. Okay, selections, if you want to provide the data for selection screen, in that case you can provide the logical database name here. Okay, so if you want it for the program, then you can provide it here. Just ignore, don't worry, it's not required. So then ABAP language version, just keep it as it is. Okay, and then there are other options like fixed point arithmetic. I'll tell you this later when we are discussing, when we discuss about the data types, maybe the integer data type. So editor lock is like, let's say I started editing the program, or let's say I created the program. Okay, so nobody else should edit or delete the program, only my user or me should be able to access it or change it. Okay, no other users or no other developer should be able to modify it. Okay, if you want to lock the program, in that case you can use it. Okay, only the person who created the program has authorization to do any modification to it, not other users. That's when you can enable the checkbox. Okay, so start using variant, we'll see it later. Okay, don't worry. So this is what we see in the pop-up screen, and click on the save, and then you see it is asking for the package. Like I said, package is a mandatory object. You should either provide a non-transportable package if you don't want to transport object to quality or production environment, or you have to provide transportable in case you want to store it in a TR and then you want to transport to the other environment. So what I will do is, like, I'll just provide the package that we created, ABAP B20. This is the package that we created. Save. The moment I save it, it requests for the transport request, you see. Then click on the own request here, and after that select the transport request that you wanted to use. Okay, in that case ours is a ABAP B20 development object. I double click on that, you see the transport request as selected, and then execute. So now you see it is saving the object inside transport request. I'll show you that in TR also. Just click on the save, and then let's go to /o sa09 where we can see the TRs and say display. If you remember, in the last class we had created the TR. You see here there is a program stored. Understood? Anybody, any doubts so far? Hello, are we clear?
Yeah.
All of you understood? Guys, clear to everyone? Okay, good. So now let's understand a little bit about ABAP editor. Okay, so here you can see there is a, whenever you create a program, so there will be a line, okay, which will be created automatically to tell you that whether it's a report program or model pull program or include program. Okay, if it is include, you will not have this line. Okay, if it is a model pull program, then instead of report it will show program. Okay, like that. This is the first line that you will see, and after that we can add our own lines here. Okay, you can click enter, you see you can write your own lines whatever you want to. So now once you do some changes, okay, let's write some lines. I'll just say data lv underscore number, or you can put anything, let's say phone number, type n, and length 10. Don't worry, we will see what it is, what is n, what is length keyword is doing here, and what is 10. We will understand that, don't have to worry now. In the next class, in the data types class, we will see. So I'll just store my number, minute, actually I forgot my phone number. 1 minute. Okay, and then after that I just write it, right? I'll just display it to the screen. Okay, 1 minute guys. Okay, sorry. So see, we have written some lines, and then I'll just save it. If you want to save the program locally, okay, in that case you have to click on the save button here. Okay, it will just save the program locally. That means other users, if any other user logins with other computer, then they will not be able to see this code. Okay, only you will be able to save, because it will be saved in a local, in your computer. That means, so if you have seen this, go to options here, and then the local data, you can see the path here. Okay, so this is where the changes will be saved locally, okay, whenever you save the program. Okay, so it will not be available for any other users. That means only you will be able to access or do any changes to it, until unless you activate the program, so others cannot have the access. So that is one thing. And let me also note down, save, the shortcut that you can use is plus S, Ctrl+S. You can also use the shortcut if you want to. Okay, it will save the program locally. Okay, it will just save the program locally for you. Okay, next is check. Okay, the shortcut is Ctrl+F2. okay, used to do syntax check. If you want to do syntax check, in that case you can use the Ctrl+F2 shortcut. Okay, and now let's say, for example, I do some mistake, or let's say it's already showing red. Maybe I'll just remove the full stop or the period in the last line. Okay, it's not showing anything now. You want to identify where is the mistake that you have made. So now you are not able to identify, then you can click on the check button here. You see there is a check icon in the application toolbar. Let me just highlight it for you. So this is the save button, if you have not noticed, and then this is the check button, and then activate button, and then also an execute button. Okay, so these are the buttons that we will be using now, for now, but going forward we will understand more about others also here that you see in the ABAP editor. And then click on the check button here. It will tell you what is the mistake that you have made. You see the last statement is not complete. It is saying period is missing, right? You do some mistake, system will tell you what is that mistake, and then where it should also be corrected. You see line number 12, you're doing this mistake, or you have created some problem in the line number 12, so you have to fix it. Now I have added this. I'll just check for an error. So now you see it's saying no syntax error found. That means the program is working fine. Even sometimes you see here, I'll just remove period here. In the next line itself it shows in a red color. That means there is a problem with the previous statement that you have written. Okay, understood all of you what is the use of syntax check? Hello, very important. Are we clear on this?
Sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Next is activate button. Okay, so what is the use of activate now? Okay, so activate, the shortcut for this is Ctrl+ F3. That is the shortcut that you can use. So what it do is, like, first it will save the program. Let's say for example you have not saved it, it will save the program first, and then it will also do the syntax check. Okay, and after that it will convert source code object code. Okay, it will convert source code to object code. Okay, first it will do this, it will save the program, okay, and then check for an error and also convert the source code to object code. So what is object code now? So whatever you have written here is like English, right? So you can read it, you can understand, but machine don't understand English, it only understand ones and zeros, right? You cannot understand ones and zeros, but machine can understand. So there is something called interpreter which converts the code that you have written into machine code. Okay, that happens when you activate the program. So without activation you cannot execute also. You see, I try to execute and then I'll get an error saying that the program is inactive or it is being changed, please save and activate it, right? So you see, you will get the error. If you want to execute this program, in that case you have to activate first. How do you do that? Either you can press Ctrl+ F3 or you can click on the button that is available in the application toolbar. So after that I execute. Now you see the program is active, right? If you want to see the output, then you have to click on execute button here, direct processing, or you can also press F8. I'll just move this little to the right so that we get some space. And now execute. Let's say the shortcut is F8 to run program. Okay, to run or to execute the program. To execute the program. Okay, so that is what execute. Let me show you now. I click on the execute button, then you will be able to see the output, right? Anybody, any doubts till now? Are we clear on this, all of you? Everyone?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good. So now the next thing that you can see here is that you see there is something here, right? Maybe if you're not able to notice, you can see that here. See, this is where I'm talking. Okay, so just see now. I will click on this. You see here, line number 8, column 10, line number 10, 22. You can see where your cursor is also, in which line and in which column, right? So this is what you can also see that here. And then one more option here, the last, there's a button. If you observe here, there is a button, right? So when you click on this button, you see there are so many options. You can select here options like indicator margin. Do you need? Let's just save. You see the margin gone. If you want to add that margin again, you have to go back and select it. If you want to remove the line numbers, you can also do that. Those are the options that you can see. Page width and all, you can see structure separators, right? So white spaces, if you want to, sometimes what happens is like you may not know where this line exactly ending, right? Sometimes it may end here, right? You don't know where it is ending without a white space. If you want to add the white space to identify where your line is ending, you see it is not showing. Actually my line is ending here, but it is, see here, now we are not able to identify where it is ending. So you want to see if there are any white space in a line. So in that case you can just go and select this checkbox and save it. It will show you what happens, like why that is important. So basically if you're extending, if your statement extending 72 characters, there are chances that you will get dumps. Maybe I can say 5% of the chance. Okay, so then if there is no white space character that you have added, or if there is something that will, if you don't have anything to tell you where your line is ending, it is difficult for you to identify why the bug is or why the dump is coming, right? So that's when this is used. Otherwise it's not much important. And there is also other option that you can always choose here, pretty printer, and then here you see maybe 1 minute, editor only. Oh, there should be an option here, but it is not available now. Maybe they might have removed in recent servers. If you can see in your server, you should be able to see that here under the editor tab. There should be one more checkbox, but I don't have that in the latest server. I think SAP has removed it, so that's fine. There is something that indicates that it can the line can only, please end the line at 72 character. If you select that checkbox, automatically that will end that. The line will be separated at 72 characters, but it is not available right now. You can see, no, not available here too. I think you should be able to see in your system, but it's not available in mine. Okay, just go and check in your system. You might be using the old servers. Okay, but in case you want to also identify, you can also use this. Okay, otherwise just ignore. You don't have to worry too much. And then fonts and colors, you are interested changing in colors and you want to play with some different colors, you can also select. Let's say for example breakpoint should appear in red color, but you want to, it will appear in red color. Now you want to keep it in orange, you like orange colors, then you can do that also. Let's say I'll just keep breakpoint here, the program should be active. You cannot keep breakpoint without program is active. So you can click on the button here, you see it is coming in red color right now. You want to change the color to orange, you can also do that. You see, save this line. When you execute, I'll show you. See, highlight is coming in orange color. If you want to do some changes like this, you can also do that. You see some of the settings. Again, if you want to change it to dark color, if you are interested in some different colors, you can also provide that always. Okay, you can play with whatever the colors that you like to. I'll just keep the standard settings as it is, and code templates, I'll come to that. Save. Okay, you see that the dark red. Okay, don't worry about the debugger right now. We will see, don't have to worry too much today. I think I have to remove the white space too, that's not looking good. And then after that, okay, you see now even orange color is coming. Earlier it was not coming. Sometimes it happens, but let me just go back and change it to the dark red. So that's the standard setting. Even you can, whatever you see in blue color in ABAP, that is a keyword actually. Okay, and then you want to change the color of that as well, you can also do that, but you don't have to, because this is the standard setting. This is how everybody sees the code. But if you're still interested in doing some colorings, you can also go and modify it. Okay, you see, let's say here the keywords are coming in blue, but you may be interested in aqua, so just save. Now you see the keywords are coming. See, it's not looking good, right? So you can also change that if you wish to, but I prefer to keep it in the standard color, right? Standard SAP settings, that's better because nobody go and change all these things. But if you are still interested, you can do it. That's why I'm showing. Otherwise, just ignore code templates. Okay, I'll come to that. Let me save it right now. So now you see, I'll just type in case, and if you observe carefully, there is something coming here on top of case, right? So that means there is a template available. Okay, this is, let's say the moment, let's say one more time, you see the black color also, you see, if you see this, there is a template available, right? So that means type case and press tab, automatically it will add the lines for you. That is for the template. If you want to maintain something like that, you see, let's type select, selection screen is coming. Okay, so select, nothing is coming for the select. Okay, so maybe I'll show you how to maintain the code template also. You again click on the button here, and after that just come down and say add. So I want to, whenever I say select, I want something. Okay, select field 1, field 2, and field 3, something like this. From table here you can provide the table. Okay, and then here into table your I tab here, and then where field 1 equal to some value, something like this. I just want to add a template. Okay, just save it. Okay, now you type in select here and see, press tab, this template will come. What are the template that you have maintained? You can also see that template here. Understood what is code template? So let's say for example you're writing some code again and again in all the programs you want to write it. Every time you execute the program you want to write the template. In that case you can store it as a template and then just type in the name, then it will be available for you. Okay, so that's how you can also create your own coding templates. Okay, you see, if I press triple star and tab, then star will appear. If I do this star and underscore underscore, then you should be able to see something like this. There are other templates also which are already maintained. Okay, you see, for while loop, for try and catch, and for select we maintained. If you want to delete, you can also select and delete it. You see, you can also do that. And if else, if do, right, IFE, if you type IFE, that means if else. IFE tab, you see, if else will come. If you just type IF tab, and then you should be able to see this, right? You can do like this. You can play around ABAP editor and formatting, like enable auto breaks. Okay, don't worry, I think it will be too much for you. So this is the shortcuts where you can see. Okay, shift plus num4, all the shortcuts that you want to. But anyways, I'll also tell the shortcuts which are important for us while writing the program. So you can also find the other shortcuts here in the keyboard. Okay, and some printing settings, you don't have to worry again on that. Okay, so this is all about ABAP editor. If any of you have doubt, you can just let me know. Are we clear on this? Hello?
Yes, hello.
Yes.
Yes, hello.
You have doubt, Ashita?
Sir, actually the template code is there, na? That is created by manually and
It is
standard
not
code.
standard program, like it is our custom program, right? So the template is not only available for this program,
Okay.
it will be available for all the programs that you create anywhere. Okay, it is just a template. In case your creating multiple programs and same line of code or something is used again and again, you don't want to write, you're too lazy to write, then you can definitely use the template. Okay, even you can also speed up your development process, right, if you have something like that. Okay, Mega, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, any others, anybody has doubts?
So Rajni, so either you can go with the code template or you can directly write the code here, right? If you
Yeah,
wanna
but not all
make
the
it.
templates available. Okay, only few of them available, which is used most. If you want to maintain all of them, you can also do that here. You see, only few of them are available,
Okay.
which is used most.
That's what. So I'm asking. Either you can use this code template level or directly you
Yeah,
can
you can
write
also
the
do that. Let's
logic
say,
in
for
the.
example,
Yeah.
case, if I press tab, the template will come. Otherwise, just go back and type case, and you are interested in writing the code now, you can also do that. It's not like you should always
Yes. Yes. So that is just
just
template
template,
you are
just to
using
speed
as
up the
template.
process, nothing else. Either you can write it manually, otherwise you can also just type in if you are interested in doing it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Got it.
Okay, any others, anybody, any doubts?
Thank you.
We are clear till now? Hello?
So you told about the dump for 72 characters. How can we know that whether we have written for 72, more than
Yeah, that's what I
72?
told you, like I'm not getting that option actually here, so otherwise I would have showed you. Not every time it will come, but sometimes. Let me just extend it. It is this system, I don't think if they have removed the checkbox, maybe they have overcome the issue. You may not see that. Okay, but still I can try whether the dump will come or not. But if you use old servers, in that case you may get that issue. Okay, just try in your system. I don't have that option in mine.
Okay, sir. Okay.
I think SAP might have fixed that bug, so it's not coming. So, but try in your system, it might come. Not every time the dump comes, but few times. Okay, it will, in the dump itself, it will tell you what is the error, why that dump is coming. You will be able to know. Okay, if you go to ST22, there are some dumps already. I'll just open it. You see there is a statement saying that something is not allowed, right? Like that, you will also get a description like this. You can read the description. By reading that, you can also understand. Fine. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, any other doubts? Yeah. Okay,
No, sir.
I think we are good now. Then let's move on to the next topic. ABAP basic syntax rule. Okay, so the first one I can say is that in ABAP, each and every statement concludes with period. Okay, in ABAP, each and every statements concludes with period. What is period? It's nothing but full stop. It's going to end with the full stop. Okay, so that's all. So if you don't add the full stop, then you will get the error. Okay, so this is how ABAP ends with. You see, every line that I have written so far here is ending with a full stop or period, you can say. right? If I remove it, you'll definitely get an error. You will not be able to activate the program also. You see line number 8, expected, this is expected after the number 10, saying like that. See, you cannot activate the program also. If I try activating it, it will tell me that there is an error. You can forcefully activate it, but still you see there is an error in the line number 8. Okay, each and every statement in ABAP ends with a full stop. Understood? Is this clear to you? The first statement that I have written here, are we clear? Very important.
Yes, sir.
So after the period,
Yes, sir.
either you can write next line in the same line like this. Okay, system still understands this line is ending here. How it understands this line is ending here, this is a new line? How ABAP editor understand this is ending here and then this is a new line? Just now I told you full stop, right?
Using full stop.
Yes.
Using full
Period,
stop.
Period.
Yeah.
whatever you want to say, right? Period. That's how system knows this is ending here and this is the new line. Either you can write everything in the same line, which is not recommended anyways, because it's not the best practice we have to write, because the code is not in a readable format. Okay, you see whenever, okay, what is pretty printer, I'll come to that later. I'm just pressing it every time, so that's how I'm used to. Either you can write like this, let me activate and execute it and show you it still produces the same output. No difference in the output, you see, still the same output, there is no difference. Otherwise, just to make it in a better readable way, you can also do like this. Okay, just write each and every line in the next line. Otherwise, one line can also be extended to the multiple lines or multiple lines. Let's say for example, I'll write select material number MBRSH MATKL from Mara, and then into table IT underscore Mara, and then don't worry about the select statement, we will understand it. Or let's say I'll just say up to, please get me 10 rows, up to 10 rows. Okay, so this is not written in one line, you see it is extended over multiple lines. This code is written in 1 2 3 4 5 6 lines, it is ending here. Either it can be written like this, or the code can also be extended over multiple lines just to make it more readable. Understood? Are we clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
All of you?
Yes, sir.
All of you understood? Okay. After period, you can write new statement in same line or in a new line, or same line or single statement. Let's say single statement can also extended to multiple lines. Okay, single lines can also be extended to multiple lines. Okay, so that is the first syntax rule of ABAP, everybody should know. I hope it is clear to all of you. And now the next one is the most happiest statement I can say, that ABAP is not case sensitive. Most of you will not learn programming language because you fear about the sensitive, right? Where to write uppercase, where to write lowercase, and then you are so confused and you will stop learning programming itself. But that's not the case in ABAP. It's very simple programming language, you don't have to worry too much. ABAP is not case sensitive. Either you write in uppercase or in lowercase, doesn't matter, right? This kind of brings relief to you, right? How many of you have faced issues in your college days because of the case sensitive in your lab programs? Maybe I always used to face that issue, so I hope you also have done the same. Big problem, right? Anybody from CS background?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
right?
We face
Yes,
this.
sir.
We always used to by head the program in college, and then we never know where to write uppercase. Even remembering that uppercase was also
Exactly.
difficult for us, correct? So don't worry, anyways, I'm not going to make you by heart the program.
Sir.
We will understand it clearly. Okay, so let's say what I mean to say here, either you write everything in uppercase, or you write everything in lowercase, or you mix up everything. System doesn't bother. Okay, system don't worry what you're writing it still gives you the same output. You don't have to worry about uppercase and lowercase. You write it anything. You see here I've written uppercase, and then here these two characters are lowercase. System never cares. You still get the output. That's the beauty of a ABAP programming language. Most of them, except Python, I guess most of them are case sensitive, but not ABAP. That's what I love most. That's why I learned ABAP after my college. So that made me to learn. I used to Google how a ABAP program is, whether it's easy or not. I was hating Java programming, so I started liking it because it was very simple and also good one. Anyways, yeah, so understood. ABAP is not case sensitive. You don't have to worry too much. You can write in either uppercase or lowercase. Otherwise, system can also do things for you. You can do some settings that system can handle the uppercase or lowercase. I just do this pretty printer. You see, system automatically converts it to the settings that you have made. Where to do these settings, I'll show you. But before that, are we clear? Are we clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
sir.
Next is ABAP is not case sensitive, but I can say ABAP is space sensitive. What is space sensitive? You don't have to worry again. What is this? What is this again? You don't have to worry. Let me show you. ABAP is space sensitive. That means, you see, you have written this, right? There is a single space provided here. Okay, if you remove that space, then there is a problem. It is thinking that the entire phone number equal to is a variable, but you have declared with phone number, no equal to statement, right? You should remember to provide at least single space. You can provide as many as you want to. You can give big lines, gaps, you can do that, but at least one space is mandatory. Okay, it is not case sensitive, but it is space sensitive. At least one space for each and every word that you write, it is mandatory to provide. Okay, sometimes it's okay in case you see here. Okay, here there is a colon separated, right? In that case you don't provide that doesn't matter, but good practice always remember that to provide one space between each and every word that you write. Understood? Understood? Hello? Each word in a BAP must be
Yes, sir.
separated
Yes, sir.
by at least one space. Simple. Okay, each word in a BAP that you write must be separated by at least one space. You can provide multiple spaces also, but one space is important for us. That's all we have to focus. So next is pretty printer, my favorite button. Every time I'll be clicking on pretty printer. You may be noticing that by now why is clicking on this button every time. So it is to beautify the source code, okay, or format the source code, I can also say. Okay, so let's say I'll show you pretty printer. Pretty printer is used to format the source code. Okay, it is used to format the source code. For an example, like if you want to indent the source code, or you want to convert it to uppercase or to the lowercase. Okay, you can also do that using Pretty Printer. My favorite settings, every time I write lines, you'll always see by clicking on Pretty Printer just to align it properly. You say, for example, you have written some lines like this. Okay, it's not readable right now. Somewhere you have written so much of gap, you have provided something like this you have written, and you want to align this code properly. You want to indent means align it properly, right? So do Pretty Printer, you see it's aligning it for you properly. First thing, indentation. That's why we use Pretty Printer to indent. Let's say, for example, you have written some condition, if 1 equal to 1, and then inside this you have written write true, and then again inside this if write something. I'm just writing it just to show you. Write 2 equal to 2, something like this I've written. Okay, so now you see it is not looking good, right guys? It is kind of confusing. This end if ending, this is if starting here but ending here or here. It's kind of confusing for us, right? We just want to understand where it is actually ending, where the if condition is actually ending. So don't worry, there is a separate session for if condition as well. You see, I just click on the Pretty Printer, it beautifies the source code for me. You see, this is ending here, this one is ending here. You see, it's aligned the source code properly for me. Okay, so that the code becomes more readable. That is what we call indentation. Are we clear on this, all of you? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so where can
Yes,
you
sir.
do that setting then? You have to
Yes,
go
sir.
to utilities, and there is a setting button, setting here. You see, click on that, and then there is a tab under ABAP editor. There is a tab called Pretty Printer, so you can select this. Okay, if you don't select, nothing happens. I've just removed it. Now you see nothing happens now. Alright, like this I do Pretty Printer, see, nothing is happening. You have to do the settings if it is not working. If it is not working, it is clear that there is settings are not made. You see, settings, you go here and then select I want to indent my program properly. You see, select it, format functional method calls. Okay, don't worry too much about this, just select indent and then execute and do Pretty Printer now. See, it works. That is the first checkbox. And let's say I'll just make some of them lowercase, Ctrl+L. Let's also maintain the shortcuts. Where is the shortcuts? Maybe I'll just keep it here. To convert source code to for lowercase conversion, lowercase plus U for uppercase. Okay, so let me show you. You want to convert this to uppercase, and here I'll just mix up some of the things. Ctrl+L again. You see, okay, if I do Pretty Printer, it is not converting the case to uppercase or lowercase. It is still same, right? So for that you have to go and select here in the Pretty Printer. So convert uppercase, whether you want to convert everything to the lowercase. If you want that, you can just select lowercase and then do Pretty Printer. You see, everything converted to lowercase. You want everything in uppercase, in that case you can select it, but only you want, my favorite actually, you want to keep the keywords in uppercase and then other words in the lowercase. In that case, uppercase keyword you can select and then do Pretty Printer. You see, right? So just save and then activate the program. You see, automatically system can also add the case. Understood?
So
Anybody, any doubts so far? ABAP syntax rules are very important. Are we clear, guys? Only one S I'm getting. What about others?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
2. Others not understood then. Only 2 of you understood. Meghana, Rakshana, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
then. So let's continue. The next syntax rule. Remember this. Very important for ABAP. Okay. Next I can say about okay, let's say character literals. Character literals are enclosed with single quotes. Okay, character literals are enclosed with the single quotes, like ABAP basic syntax rule, something like this. Okay, so whatever you see inside a single quote, that is character literals, or we also have other name for this. We call it as hard coded value. Okay, so and character literals are case sensitive. Okay, it's not that much you have to worry. In case in conditional statements you have to worry about the character literals, about the sensitivity, case sensitivity, but let me show you what it is. So let's say for example, here I have written, this is character literal actually. Here I have written it in uppercase, sorry lowercase, but here it is in uppercase, it is lowercase. These two are different values. Understood? You see here, if I write it to the output, it is printing in lowercase, it is printing one letter is printing in uppercase. Okay, so whatever you write inside the lowercase or uppercase, it is case sensitive. Let's say for example, I just declare an data type lv underscore text, local variable text, type C and length 20, and inside this, if I'm going to store, maybe I'll just declare one more with this, one and two. So let's say ABAP basic syntax rule, write text2 maybe, and then this one I'll say text1. I'll just also say print. Okay, maybe I'll have one more. Okay, so I'll do pretty printer now and activate the program. I'll also comment this. What is comment? I'll tell you later. Check for an error, no errors, and then activate. So there are two types of literals actually. So one is character literals and other one is numeric literals. Our numeric literals are nothing but numbers between 0 to 9. Don't think that only 9 up to 9 it is numbers, literals. Okay, that means 0 to 9, you from using 0 to 9 you can get any number, right? So that's what I mean to say. Okay, numeric literals are nothing but numbers, you see. So this is actually numeric literals, are not, no need to be enclosed with a single quote. You don't have to enclose it with a single quote, but the character literals should always be enclosed with a single quote like this, otherwise you will get error. You see, you will get error. It should always be enclosed with a single quote. So this is numeric literal, the numbers, this is character literals. Okay, so now let's say I'll just make it lowercase, this one also lowercase. So now this one and this one are two different literals. Okay, because here A is uppercase, B is uppercase, but here B and A is lowercase. Both are different. Okay, if whenever you compare these two variables, it will not match, comparison will not be successful. Okay, you have to remember this. The character literals are always case sensitive. Even when you print it, you observe this is coming in uppercase, but this one is coming in lowercase as it is. Understood? Are we clear on this, all of you? And also the next one, the write statement is used to print
Yes,
the
sir.
output. Okay, write keyword used to print the output. Without write keyword, there will be no output. Okay, let me comment this to statement. What is comment? I'll tell you. I'll also do comment this. Without write, otherwise let's keep one at least. Something will come, otherwise nothing will come in the screen. So you see, I've commented this. Commented lines will not be executed, I'll tell you. Okay, so you see, I execute, it is not printing ABAP basic syntax rule. It is only printing the phone number because I have said write it to the display. If you don't say that, then it will not print it. Understood? Understood? Write keyword is used to print the output. Are we clear? All of you? Yeah? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next one is, if
Yes,
you enable this, you'll be able to see the output. Execute. You see, now the output is coming. It is printing this too. Okay, I think the 20 character is not enough. Let's take it as 25. RU is printing, LE is not printing. Okay, is enough. And if you observe, even if you have written this in a separate line, right, in new line, it is still printing everything in the same line. You see, everything is coming in same line, right? Right, guys? What I have to do if I want to print it in a new line? Okay, so then you have to use forward slash. Okay, forward slash is used to print the data in new line. Okay, forward slash is used to print the data in a new line, or forward slash, also called as new line character. It's also called as new line character. Okay, it's also called as new line character. So let me show you. I just go back here and then introduced the forward slash like this, and then activate the program. After that I execute it. You see. Understood? Hello, are we clear on this? Yeah? Okay.
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
So then one more thing that I want to say. If more than one statement, is starting with same keyword, if more than one statement starting with same keyword, okay, you can use colon, okay, you can use colon as a chain operator, as a chain operator, or else you can use colon as a chain operator to chain the statements, and separate each statement by comma. Okay, separate each statement by comma. Separate each statement by comma. You see now, if you observe, I have written 2 lines of code here, right? It is starting with same keyword, data and data, right guys? This also starting with data, this also starting with data, right? You can avoid writing this keyword again and again by using chain. Okay, so let me comment this, and now I'll just go and write that same again. So this can be converted like this. You just put colon here, and this statement should be ending with comma, and after that you can go and remove the data keyword like this. This is what we call chaining. You see, one keyword is used here also for this also. Understood? If multiple lines are starting with same keyword, in that case you can use the chain operator to chain the statement. Are we clear till now? Anybody, any doubts so far? Hello, understood or not?
No.
Okay, good. And
Yes,
then can I do that here also? Can I do it here also? How can I do that?
Yes, sir.
Just have to use colon here and then remove the right statement, and this should be separated by comma, right? That's how you do this. Okay, there is no difference in the output that you see. Same output it will produce, but only difference is for the programmer, for the developer. You see, still it is giving the same output. Understood? Okay, so let's say chain operator
Yes, sir.
helps to avoid writing same keyword multiple times. Okay, so next is comments. Comments are typically used to provide meaningful description to the source code. Comments are typically used to provide meaningful description to the source code. Okay, comments are typically used to provide meaningful description to the source code. There are 2 types of comments actually. It's not typically, I'm saying, it doesn't mean that you only have to use it for providing meaningful description to the source code. Okay, I'm just saying it. That's what the most use of it. Okay, there are 2 types of comment. You can use, or you can enter asterisk like star at the beginning of the line to make entire line comment. Okay, and other one is you can enter double quotation mark, that is this, to do inline comment. So these are the two types of comments that we have. Let me show you both of them. I'll just go and put star here. Sorry, at the beginning of the line, if you keep star like this, that is, this whole line is commented. And other comment is that here after the ending of line you want to comment it. Okay, let's say, or you just want to end your statement by here ABAP basic colon full stop, and then you want to comment this off of the line, then just introduced double quotes. Okay, so let me show you. Commented lines will not be executed, okay, or will not be considered for syntax check. Okay, if you see here, I'll remove the period and check for an error. It is saying that no error. That means it will not be considered for syntax check, even it will not be executed. I'll show you that in the debugger. I'll just keep the breakpoint here. So next line is the commented lines. Let's see. Observe the cursor. You see here, cursor is here right now. I press this button F5. You see it's not executing these lines at all. You see it's not even coming here. It's directly coming here, right? So commented lines, you see here, LV text is only storing this value. It is not storing this because I have commented it. Understood? Commented lines will not be considered for execution. Are we clear? Anybody, any doubts so far?
Yes.
Understood?
So
Yes,
when
sir.
comments are not considered,
If you want to provide,
what is
let's
the
say for
use?
example you have written 100 lines of code. Okay, out of 100 lines, maybe 10 lines are not useful for you right now, but you don't want to delete. Please.
ಇವತ್ತು ಬಿಸಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಬಿಸಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ಲಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ತಕ್ಷಣ ತಿನ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು.
Okay, sorry.
This
Let's
is
say
for
these lines will not be executed. Okay, let's say you have written this many lines of code. Okay, and then maybe you realize that these lines of code is not useful right now. In future, maybe somebody might uncomment it for by seeing the use of it. You don't want to delete it from the source code. You still want to keep it. One use. The second use is, let's say you want to provide some meaningful description to it. Let's say for example, this is declaration. Okay, so here you're assigning values to variable. Okay, so here you're going to print the data to output. Okay, so that's when the comments are used. Understood?
Okay, yes, sir.
This is where we use the comments, and this is
Okay,
what the
yes,
use
sir.
of the comments. Anybody, any doubts so far till now? Are we clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
That's all
sir.
guys then for today. So tomorrow we will start with the data types, and thank you so much for your time. See you tomorrow. Bye.